been a minute. Although I have a little bit of headache, I decided, you know, let me continue with putting this motor together. I've been doing it slowly, throwing stuff on, water pump housing, thermostat housing, intake, putting stuff where they're gonna be, and then closer to, I can just tighten stuff up, torque it down and stuff like that. So from past videos, you guys know the motor, the block and the head was put together, timing assembly, rockers and all that. Since then, I did the valve adjustment. And it's just been sitting here waiting for me to put stuff together. I was slacking because if you're on my Instagram, you notice the baffle on the valve cover, I end up taking off because when I went to go clean it out and I was gonna put it on the motor, I noticed some sand fell out the baffle, a port in the baffle. So I said, you know what? Just kind of made me curious to really want to take it off, although I did not want to take it off. I got those powder coated like way back, like initially when I got the subframe and stuff powder coated. This fly is mad. Let me kill this fly real quick. Oh, just had to thump up that fly real quick. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there was a bunch of sand in the baffle for the valve cover, so that really put a halt on me. I didn't want to start putting stuff on the motor until I dealt with that. I ended up doing it, drilling out the baffle because they're riveted on. I did it on both my valve covers because they're riveted on. So I drilled them out, tapped them, and I Loctite them, and I let them sit for literally 24 hours and more actually. So 24 hours, let them sit. I did a Honda bond, back up the seal under here, and it's looking good, you know. So I feel like this is sturdy. I went back over to make sure none of the bolts are moving. And yeah, new valve cover. I'm sorry, new spark plug tube seals are in there. So legitimately, I gotta just put the valve cover seal on and then close out the motor. I also put cheap spark plugs in there at the moment also too. But you know, let me unravel this to show you guys the small stuff I've been doing. So yeah, pretty much this is what it's been, just in the garage sitting. I put all the nice dress up stuff on, and now I'm just gonna get to doing the Honda bonding the valve cover. Sorry, the timing cover. I'm gonna Honda bond the timing cover, and then probably let that sit for however long. Then I can put the valve cover seal on and, you know, let it sit. From there, I'll probably get to putting on the clutch. I still got to put the rear main seal on, the clutch, and basically everything to get it ready to go in the motor and ready to go in the car. So yeah, I just thought I didn't even plan to record, but I said, you know what, I need to stay motivated and do what I say I'm gonna do, and that's record the content of this car, right? So yeah, new exhaust manifold gasket. You got the turbo gasket here. I just picked up this K2 fuel rail, K2 fuel rail, and pressure gauge. We got a new water pump, which I didn't put on yet. I put a new O-ring seal that's in this water pump housing. Honda bond that already. I end up getting the K2 swivel thermostat housing. Actually glad I got it. Shout out to Milo for convincing me to just go with that one, because I went there to go get the OEM style, and he just said, yo, you might as well just go with this. And you know, hooked it up as always. We got 70mm K2 throttle body on this. Obviously Skunk 2 Pro Series that I just did up myself, nice black. And I got new EGR port gaskets on there. We put new spool valve gaskets on it. VTEC solenoid gasket on it too. Like I said, I threw in some junk spark plugs, not junk, but some cheap spark plugs, especially for the first startup. And then we got some new bolts for the manifold bolts up and stuff like that too. As you guys know from my previous videos, I got all my bolts redone. I got everything. All the bolts that are on this car original. Oh, sorry, on this car are original. All the gold nice things are the original. I just got them I guess chemically treated and re-zinced gold. So yeah, pretty much how they look, right? You guys, man, just go check out the videos, man. I show everything. I pretty much show everything along the way. So I'm just gonna get to sealing. All right, so there you go. Valve cover, timing cover is on. I just threw these bolts in here because I'm not sure where I put the bracket to actually torque it down. So I just said, you know what, let me put those in there just to fasten, to give it the pressure for now. And then when I find the mount, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just gonna go on my phone right now and get the actual torque specs, because I realized that, doing this motor, I've become like a kind of really stern with the torque spec issue. I don't know, maybe just in my mind, a little paranoia, but I'm gonna go and find the torque specs. Okay, so timing cover's on, tensioner cover's on the bonded. I probably put too much, but fuck it. Alright, so next, I'm just gonna let this sit and cure. And then I'm gonna get to the valve cover gasket seal. So before I put this on, I'm just gonna say I wipe down the surface with alcohol. Contact surface where the WD, inside the WD, where the timing contact was gonna be. So wherever I put the Honda bond, I wiped it down with some alcohol rub, and then clean the surface, make sure it was nice, sort of like this, and put it on. A quick look, and I found the post mount, so I just gave it a quick wipe down with some alcohol. I'm gonna give it a quick coat of black, and then let it sit for probably a little bit until tomorrow, and then we'll get back to throwing it on. All right, 24 hours pass. Oh man. And I'm thinking time to seal up the valve cover. So, this is gonna be quick, easy. Ain't gonna be nothing crazy. Just gonna throw the seal in here. Inside the valve cover looks pretty damn clean, nothing in there to worry about. You know, for damn sure under here it's clean. You know what I'm saying? So let's get the valve cover seal, which is right here. And let's place that in. Valve cover gasket, or seal, whatever you want to call it. That is that. So just make sure that it's seated in it properly, because you can kind of feel a part where it kind of sits in, and if you push down, you'll just feel it kind of kind of like snap in, kind of, I guess. So I'm just going along, making sure I feel that all the way through. And that way I know that it's seated. Alright, it's nothing crazy. It ain't rocket science. There we go. I always just seem to fucking spray some silicone. Spray some silicone on my hand and just wipe it down. It's just a habit I've had with putting steels on. Silicone, oil, any lubricant, I just put it on it, so for whatever reason, you know. So it's on there. That's it. Give it a wipe. I'll probably just use some alcohol and wipe it down. Alcohol, wipe it down all around. I'm gonna be adding Honda Bond, I guess, here and here, and just because that's how I was taught, so I'm doing it like that. So add it here, right where it goes over the cam or the cam sensors on both sides. So I just put some alcohol on a rag, put it on, dipped it, just wiping it off. Wipe off the area. So wipe down the area. Get the valve cover on. And then get the bolts on that bad boy. Come through and set the valve cover on her. This is a moment right here, bro. This is a moment. Oh boy, this is a moment. Yep. Oh man. Yo. Alright. So let me back y'all up off of this. So that's kind of like the look of my order, guys. I'm gonna set those. I have two on the valve cover washers, I guess you want to call them. So I'm gonna throw those on. Spots, and then I gotta find the bolts that go up, the valve cover hats. Throw those on. I gotta look to where the ignition coils are. I have stuff in a box, so I'm not really sure. Let's get this valve cover tightened. Turn off this spotlight that I'm giving y'all. Let's get this valve cover tightened. So apparently there is a little sequence. I'm just gonna follow it. It's nothing crazy, but I'm gonna follow it. I'm just gonna snug them down for now. One. So yeah, that's how she's looking. Yep. Get a bit of an overview of how this thing looks. Alright. Yeah, man, that's just a short video trying to show the update of where I'm at. So after this, I'm gonna let this stuff sit and settle. I'm gonna get to the rear main seal. And then after the rear main seal, I'll probably put on the water pump. I might put that on right now before I go inside. And yeah, have it sitting like that. Can you guys see it? So yeah, I'm supposed to be done. But I ended up saying, you know what, let me just get this rear main seal on. So just threw some silicone on it. You know what I'm saying? Just to give it some lubrication to be able to slide on better. Going around, I just pretty much wiped out the circumference of it, basically around it. And I'm just gonna add some Honda Bond in this area where it's basically where it breaks from the cradle. And yeah, try and get that on while it's on the stand. Should be alright. I think I have enough. I was thinking that I had to take it off. Sorry, let's turn this camera. I was thinking that I had to take it off before I'd be able to get it on there properly, but I think I can work it to get it on. So I'm just gonna do that right now, and then I'll show you guys before the video cuts. But yeah, so I just put the rear main seal on it. It kind of went on mad easy, so it's whatever. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's the end of that. I might throw this on by before I go to bed, or before I actually call it a night. But it has a TDC marking. Where is that? It's TDC. Boom. There we go. The rear main seal is on, and I also ended up putting on the ATI dampener, super dampener. All right, looks super nice. Love it. And now I'm ending it there, man. That's where it's at. Peace. Love you guys. Respect, yo. I see.